Hey guys, welcome back to Phoenix Wright, Ace Attorney Trials and Tribulations. We're on the last case. Welcome to the episode of Danny talks to herself. And Katie has one line, Katie has one character.
Now you know my suffering.
Shut the fuck up. Even when you had heavy lines, I was still there, man.
Oh, I know.
I was still there. I just realized that I was like, oh my god, we are going into a very heavy, my character dialogue heavy. That's why I was surprised that you were like, I think you'd have fun with Sister Bikini. I'm like, oh my god.
I completely forgot about this, okay? like in the moment, I was just like, I think she would have a lot of fun with it, not thinking of, like, the fact that you'd be voicing every character in one session.
Hopefully one session. Because we have...
I was just like, Sister Bikini.
We have 2 optional achievements to get here.
Yes.
So... yeah. But yeah, let's go. Don't worry about it. I'm excited. This is, like, one of my favorite parts of the game. So Nick just fell off a bridge. What happened? Oh, who could that be at this time of night? Yes, Edgeworth speaking. Edgy, get up! It's an emergency! Huh? Larry, do you know what time it is? It's not Larry, it's Larice! Larice stoned him! Ugh. This is nothing more than a terrible nightmare. I'll just roll over and... Wait! Don't hang up! It's an emergency! It's Nick! He took a really nasty spill! Well, it wouldn't be the first time, so... I'm not joking! His life is in danger! What? What happened? Tell me. Talk about a guy with bad luck! He may already be dead! Anyway, you gotta come back. You're the only one that can help. My Iris, my beautiful Iris, she needs help. All right. I don't know what's going on, but I'll be there as soon as I can. I'm at the detention center. Please, hurry. It's been 1 year since I left that country. I thought I wouldn't have to see him again for a while. Sounds like it won't be a pretty reunion, as if I expected anything to change. So, look at the dates. Miles chartered a jet. Because the incident happened on February 7th. Miles chartered a private jet.
Yep.
And came screaming around the world. You're late, Eddie! What took you so long? I don't want to hear it. I chartered a private jet to come as quickly as I could. Well, you should have chartered a faster one. Anyway, just listen. Something happened to Miss Elise and Nick's, Maya, and Iris's bikini. Huh? Say something, Eddie! Before I came here, I stopped by the hospital and paid Wright a visit. I believe I have a better understanding of the situation than you at this point. The murder victim was the picture book author, Miss Elise Donham. She was found by Wright in the head nun. The suspect is the temple's younger nun. Then later, while Wright was crossing the bridge, it broke and he fell into the river. The hospital says that he'll need at least 2 days of bed rest. Yeah, that's right. You got it. What? They arrested her. But she's with Iris. And here I was, convinced he was the one the police had arrested. However, I still don't understand what these 2 items are for. What are you talking about? They're things Wright gave to me when I was leaving his room. This is the first. He said some nonsense about being able to see into people's hearts with this. And the other... He couldn't possibly be asking what I think he is. Could he? I I'm begging you. Iris's trial starts tomorrow. With Nick out of the picture, you're all I've got left. You're the only one left that can represent her. What did you just say? You know, represent, defend. What were you expecting? Why do you think I called you anyway? I'm a prosecutor, Larry. A prosecutor. Do you understand what I am saying? A prosecutor is a lawyer who... Don't talk to me like a kid! I graduated from junior high, you know! Don't worry about it. I promise I won't tell. But, I mean, I heard a paper badge had no problem fooling an entire court before. How could this country's judicial system have fallen into such decay? I was only gone for 1 year. What? What on earth? Please, Edgy. At least listen to her. Listen to Iris' side of the story. So, Wright wasn't joking when he gave me this badge after all.
Thank you for coming. My name is Iris.
Edgeworth. Miles Edgeworth. I don't know if I can be of any help, but I will at least hear what you have to say about the murder.
Mr. Wright, how is he? Mr. Lee said that he might even die.
Fortunately, he will be fine. Larry, you moron. How could you say something like that? He was badly bruised when he hit the water, but otherwise he is unharmed.
Thank goodness.
But he's caught some kind of nasty cold. Iris.
A cold?
He's running a high fever and is drifting in and out of consciousness. I must be imagining things. This woman, I feel like I've met her before. Pardon me, Iris. I would like to ask you something, if you don't mind. I have the distinct feeling you and I have met before.
It must be your imagination, Mr. Edgeworth. After all, I hardly ever leave Hazakura Temple.
Hazakura Temple? Oh, what's that?
It's a place where those who wish to boost their spiritual power come to train. You need to undergo some very difficult training to release your inner spiritual power.
Spiritual power? Did you go to that temple for the same reason as well?
No, I don't have any spiritual powers. I don't need them.
In that case, what are you doing at that temple then?
I've committed some sins. The sins that I need to pay for. That's why I'm there. And that's why I continue to train. To purify my soul.
I want to ask you about last night. The night of the crime.
Alright. I helped clean up after dinner. And then went back to my room at about 8 o'clock. Later, I left my room to ring the lights out bell at 10 o'clock.
Bell?
We ring it at the same time each night.
I see. And then?
And then... I was told to go to the training hall, I went back to my room and stayed.
Why didn't you go to the training hall like you were asked to?
I was frightened.
Frightened?
Oh, I just stayed in my room and meditated until the murder happened.
There's more to her story. Just know there is. Maybe I should dig a little deeper. You were asked to go to the training hall on the night of the murder.
Yes.
However, you didn't go. Because you say you were frightened. What exactly were you so frightened of? What in the world?
Is there something wrong?
I'm sorry, it's nothing. It looks like she's not aware of them herself. These must be what Wright was talking about. The psycho
The
locks.
psyche locks.
The psycho locks. Am I hearing him in my head? I can't be thinking about that right now. I believe he said that I need to present this Magatama item to do something. My favorite part of this whole section is you can imagine the exact sprite Miles made just then. The doubled over at the bench looking constipated one.
My favorite. My favorite.
That's your favorite Edgeworth sprite? It is hilarious. Yup. Yeah. Actually, the sprite I imagine is the one that he gets in investigations.
Oh, the startled one, yeah.
Yeah.
Hang on a second.
Okay. So, do you have any idea as to what really occurred last night?
I think it was the result of the tremendous spiritual power that was unleashed.
Spiritual power.
Yes, spiritual training has been a cause behind many great tragedies. This incident was just another example.
Iris, I'm sorry, but I can't accept that. I'm a man of science. I don't believe in spiritual power.
Yes, I understand. Most people don't.
And I am certain that the thing that killed the victim was a human. So please, answer me this simple question. Were you the one who killed Elise Donim?
No. I'm not the one who took her life.
Those psycho lock things aren't appearing. I suppose that means I can believe she's not lying.
What's wrong?
I can't believe what I'm thinking. And here I just finished saying that I don't believe in spiritual power. It appears that's about all you can tell me.
Thank you very much for listening to my story.
I visited Wright at the hospital before coming here. He asked me to take care of you.
Me?
Yes, at the trial tomorrow. He asked me to defend you.
Mr. Wright has that much faith in you, Mr. Edgeworth. Then I will gladly entrust my fate in your capable hands.
But before that, I have one question.
Yes?
Do you know Wright?
Why would you ask that?
Whenever you came up in our conversation, he would begin to act a little strange.
Mr. Edgeworth? What is Mr. Wright to you?
We don't have time to unpack all of that. He is a very dear and indispensable friend. It
was 5 years ago. That's when I That's when I deceived him.
You deceived him?
I heard that he was in a lot of pain afterwards because of what happened. I know what a weak person I am. That's why I thought it was best if he never saw me again. I wanted him to just forget about me without learning the truth.
Well, if you ask me, Wright is still suffering. And until he learns the truth, I don't think he will ever be able to truly recover. Iris, it's not too late. You should go to him. Tell him the truth. I'll defend you, but only if you agree to that one condition.
All right, Mr. Edgeworth. I promise.
Very well. I'll do everything in my power to get you an acquittal. Chat is now in the mode that I'm usually in. Oh, Miles is absolutely jealous. And they're not even boyfriends yet, because Nick hasn't said anything. So now Miles is just like, oh, maybe there's no chance in hell. Cool. Yeah, I love Miles too. Parallels to Miles seeing himself in Iris. I deceived him. I hurt him. I thought it was best if he never saw me again. Let's go all the way back to 1-4, shall we?
Yep.
That's enough information gathering for now. I should head to the crime scene. And we have all of Nick's inventory. But we can present profiles, so let's do that too.
Mr. Wright, how bad is his cold?
Well, his fever is very high. As a result, he's rather confused. He's worried about Maya, who is still trapped in the inner temple, and he's quite worried about you as well, it seems.
Really?
Yes. Naturally, once he recovers, I'll pass the baton back to him.
No, don't. I'm sure that Mr. Wright wouldn't want that. He wouldn't want to defend me.
She wouldn't know Gumshoe.
Oh, that's Mr. Loris.
I'm sorry? Who did you say that was?
Loris Dodem. He is Mystic Elise's apprentice, I think.
All right. Now, who exactly is this guy?
He's a very sincere, hardworking person. Did I say something wrong, Mr. Edgeworth?
Excuse me, I was temporarily at a loss for words. Take a trip, come home, be thrust suddenly into a bizarro world. Miles is like, who is that? What have they done with Larry? Yeah, especially because he gets there and Larry's just being Larry.
I don't remember how we became friends, though. I love that.
Even though he does. He
knows. He's just like, nope, I will not acknowledge it.
And at the end of the first game, he was like, that's the amount that Larry took from that was my lunch money for the week. You don't remember that? And Nick's like, what? Like, Miles remembered everything. He was like, yeah, that's fine. So he's consciously just trying to repress everything and anything about Larry. Which is part of, like, pretty much my favorite achievement to get in this game, which we have not gotten yet. Okay. Sorry. My DMs are exploding, and I'm trying to stay on the actual freaking game page here.
That's Mystic Elise Donem. She's a picture book author. Or so I've heard.
Does she come to Hazakura Temple often?
No, this was her first time. It's just that...
Hmm?
She was a very important visitor.
Is that so?
Yes. Sister Bikini told me, be certain not to offend her.
The victim, Miss Elise Donim. The prosecutor's office still doesn't have much information about her, it seems.
You want to know about me? There's not much to tell, I'm afraid.
Just let me get one thing straight. You were raised at Hazakura Temple, correct? And yet, somehow, you seem to know Wright. So you two must have crossed paths somewhere.
No, Mr. Edgeworth. Whomever it was. It couldn't have been me.
What is that supposed to mean? Sure is cold, all right. So this is it. Dusky Bridge. Madam, I think we accidentally had some conversations out of order here.
Yeah.
That or she's just denying it harder, like she's double down on denying it.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, wow! It's you, Mr. Edgeworth! Detective Gumshoe? A long time no see! It's been about a year, or has it been longer? Your last text message was like a week ago, but... It doesn't matter, Detective. What does matter is why you're shuffling about up here. Oh, ouch! And there's that sharp left jab! Oh, well, I'm happy to see you anyway, Mr. Edgeworth. Let me guess. You were transferred by HR to the local precinct. A wise decision. The vast amount of nothing up here should be quite easy to guard. I heard you were back in the country and arranged to come all the way out here. Everybody was real nice. They even let me take charge of the investigation, sir. Gumshoe indeed. Like gum on your shoe, he's impossible to get rid of. I'm supposed to report on the details of the crime scene, sir. Anyway, here I am, Detective Dick Gumshoe reporting for duty. Great. Thank you, Detective.
Don't act like you're not happy to see him.
I know, I'm like, Miles. Miles. Just keep... I'm a good boy. Just keep that whole sentiment in mind. Like, put a pin in that for, like, 2 games later. Let's put a pin in that. Okay, I've got to, like, retrain my brain for a second here. Hang on. All right. I thought Prosecutor Godot was gonna get here before me. What? That guy's a real mystery, I tell you. Prosecutor Godot? Does he mean Godot? What? Detective! Who is this Prosecutor Godot? Do you mean Godot? I've never heard of him. Oh, yeah, Godot. I get them mixed up, sir. Mr. Wright says the thing that you say. All the time. He doesn't say it Godot. No, sir, he says it Godot.
He also gave you high fives when you said it right, Gumshoe, and then you betrayed him.
Yeah, he's the new guy. He showed up after you left the country. He's a complete rookie, but nobody can say a bad word about the guy. What kind of a man is he?
He just became a prosecutor recently, but he's good, sir. Real good.
If he's so good, how is it that I've never heard of him? Didn't they say earlier that he was lauded by Edgeworth?
Yeah, so, I mean, someone started a fucking rumor.
Yeah, I think, well, wasn't it Luke Adme that said that?
So, yeah, I think so. I think so. That fucking asshole.
Yeah, someone started a rumor, though, that Miles, like, was vouching for him. Is he the lead prosecutor on this case?
You bet he is. After all, you know who is right in the middle of it.
You know who?
Phoenix Wright, of course. For some reason, GoDot has really got it in for Mr. Wright.
Oh, detective. My head.
I've got your aspirin right here, sir, if you need any aspirin.
No, detective, put that away. What? That's expired!
Oh, gummy, it would. It would be. It would be.
Gumshoe's like, it's less potent, but it works. Yeah, he seems to have some kind of a grudge.
And what would be the cause of this grudge?
I don't know. Maybe he made fun of his mask or something.
None of this is making any sense. I better look into this Gatto myself. I just got back into the country, so I really don't know much about the case.
It's simple.
Well, simple is as simple does, as they say.
Oh, you've got no idea how much I miss that biting sarcasm of yours, sir. But seriously, this one's a piece of cake. There's a witness that saw the whole thing.
A witness?
Yeah, that bikini lady.
Bikini lady? Here on this freezing mountain?
Well, you should talk to her yourself if you want the details, sir.
I may have to talk to this bikini lady. I mean, decisive witness myself. Am I coming down with a cold? I believe I'm coming down with a cold. So this is the bridge that Wright fell through?
Yup, I can't imagine being that reckless myself. Look before you cross is how it goes, right? Or was that leap?
And is there something on the other side?
Yeah, some old building they call the Inner Temple. But we can't get over there without a bridge, sir.
What?
Nobody lives there, so it's usually not a problem. But someone was at the Inner Temple doing some training, and now they're stuck there.
Yes, I heard that from Wright. It's Maya Fey.
Oh no. Or again? Anyway, the air's real turbulent right now, so we can't do an aerial extraction. No one's gonna be able to reach the Inner Temple until tomorrow, sir.
Will she be all right in this cold? So how did the bridge burn down anyway?
We're almost 100% sure it was lightning.
Lightning? You're telling me that the bridge caught on fire due to a fluke bolt of lightning? I know, I love Miles worrying about Maya. It's so fucking sweet and cute. The two are really similar, like they can very easily bond over the exact same trauma.
Yep, last night it snowed for the first time in 3 days. It's a little unusual for lightning to occur during a snowfall like that. But according to the weather data, lightning definitely struck.
A regional weather report for the night of the crime. I see. This is a very detailed weather report. Almost too detailed. It even has the exact time that the lightning struck the bridge. Eagle Mountain, weather data for February 7th. Snow with occasional lightning strikes. Snow 7 to approximately 10:50 p.m. Lightning 10 to approximately 11 p.m. Lightning struck Dusky Bridge at 10:45, around 30 minutes passed between the fire starting and going out. So, Nick fell sometime between 10:45 and 11:15.
Oh, that? We got that information from the witness's testimony.
Someone actually saw the lightning hit the bridge. Who is this witness?
Sorry. I'll go ask one of the local cops later, sir.
Hey, Gumshoe, look at what he's got.
Huh? What's that thing doing on your lapel, Mr. Edgeworth?
Is it really that odd?
You bet it is, sir. A prosecutor wearing a defense attorney's badge? That's like a detective with a license to kill.
Does this little thing hold that ominous a meaning? Look at my magic rock. Have you ever seen this thing before?
Hey, thanks a lot. I was getting kinda hungry.
What are you doing, detective?
I thought it was some kind of candy that would fill me up, sir. Lately, I've been feeling so hungry all the time.
Ugh, maybe his salary has just been cut a little too much. I think Francisca cut it too much last year. Fish in that exact same moment. Gumshoe, like, can I eat it? She be vibing.
Look, I'm just your everyday simple detective. Don't ask me such tough questions, okay?
That's not something to be proud of, detective. Oh my god, Gumshoe, you should know what a fucking map is. Gumshoe! There we go.
There's a lot we don't know about this victim. We don't know her real name, her background. We don't know anything, really.
That's rather odd. If she was trying to hide her identity, why would she become an author?
I'll bet it was just one of those things, you know. She probably never expected to get so popular.
About this evidence, I don't know. I just gave you. I know nothing about it.
I don't know.
Whenever something happens, this guy always shows up like he hasn't got a care. In fact, you know what? Every time he shows up, I always wonder the same thing. Maybe somehow he's actually the cause of all these incidents.
I'm not.
Right?
Sir, are you okay?
I wonder if Gumshoe has realized it yet. But you could say the exact same thing about him. Shows picture Gumshoe to himself. I don't know who that is. Your face is more drawn out than the last time I saw you over a year ago.
Really? I thought so.
No, wait. It's not so much drawn out as weary and tired or just plain old thin.
I thought that too, sir. My salary's been kinda on the low end. So yeah, my food options have been kinda non-existent. Mr. Wright's been offering me soup and stuff. Steaks. Off-brand chicken soup from Mr. Wright, off-brand spaghetti, off-brand bread, that sort of stuff.
I thought you were really into instant noodles last year.
I got really sick of this stuff after a while, sir.
And those steaks are nice.
He's supposed to be Miss Elise Donham's apprentice or something.
I see.
Yeah, he drew a nice portrait of me.
That's nice.
But he made me pay him 50 cents for it.
I'm sorry about that.
You don't seem very interested in him, Mr. Edgeworth.
I really don't want to talk about him. That's why. Miles just repressing Larry as hard as he can.
Nope. He's just noping his way through that.
Okay, cool. It's the same. I feel like I've seen this girl somewhere before. She wasn't from a prior case, was she?
Nope, can't be. We did a database search with the fingerprints and came up with nothing.
I see. I just can't shake this nagging feeling.
Well, everyone knows that you were quite popular with the ladies, sir. Maybe she's an old girlfriend that you sent to Dumpsville when you were younger.
Detective, where did you hear such nonsense from? When did I think I had time to date under Manfred von Karma?
I didn't hear it from anyone. It's just sort of how I imagined you to be, sir.
Do I really inspire this sort of frothing desire from the female mass? What? No. No. It's Gumshoe. Absolutely not.
Little does he realize.
Yeah, little does he realize women are actually flinging their underwear at him. I usually hear about promising young prosecutor candidates while they're still in school. But I've never seen or heard of this person. There's one that's coming from abroad, I believe.
I gotta admit, he's puzzling, all right. He just appeared one day, big mug of steaming coffee in his hand.
He sounds like an interesting man.
Yeah, the whole prosecutor's office is really into double espresso macchiatos lately.
Oh, no, let's examine things. So this is the bridge Wright tried to cross. I think this was the same. Okay, no.
Pretty reckless, if you ask me.
I'm amazed he survived the fall from up here.
Yeah, he's one lucky guy, sir.
Meanwhile, Miles is like trying not to throw up. Because he's prosecuted cases from this fucking bridge, so he's just like, oh.
And now I see how he manages to win his cases in court. Blind luck.
I think dumb luck suits Wright just a bit better. Some letters are wildly engraved into a roughly cut boulder. Dusky Bridge certainly is an appropriate name.
You need to get some glasses, Mr. Edgeworth. That sign says Dusty Bridge. I can see how you read it wrong, though, sir.
You're the one who needs glasses, detective. Try reading it one more time.
Ah, you're right! It's Dusky Bridge after all! I guess whoever wrote this made a mistake. Hey, it's a public phone. You don't see a lot of these anymore.
That's true.
Since we've got one here, why don't we take a photo as a memento?
Well, sure. Why not?
Oh, darn it, I don't have a camera with me. I'm gonna go buy a disposable camera. I'll be right back, sir.
What? He doesn't... Your precinct phone has the ability... Detective, what's so special about public phones, and why is he so fascinated by them?
Aw, Gummy.
I know, he's the cutest.
There's a little shack down that way called Heavenly Hall.
A shack?
It's like a rundown doghouse for losers that can't bear the freezing drafts of wind. Kinda reminds me of my apartment, sir.
The name Heavenly Hall makes it sound like a palace.
Giving a hovel a great name is a crime itself. I'd call it false advertising. And by the way, the name of my apartment complex is Compton Castles.
That's not such a great name, if you ask me.
Well, it's not such a great apartment either, sir.
Poor Gumshoe. Hug that boy. It looks...
Gummy.
I know. It looks like a pretty good distance to that far cliff.
Yeah, it's gotta be around 100 yards or so.
Detective, that's not even close to 100 yards.
Well, I gotta admit I'm not very good at judging distances.
It's about 20 yards or so, and impossible to cross without a bridge, it seems. Okay, I'm on Gumshoe's side on this one. I can't judge distances or heights or like, if you ask me to eyeball something and be like, how big is that? I'll be like, fuck dude, give me a tape, like give me a measuring tape. I don't fucking know.
I'm not too bad, but I'm usually like off, so.
It's at least 2. 2 what? Yes. I'm just like, what? Yo, Edgy, what took you so long? I'm so cold, my brain's turned to sherbet. I knew it was a mistake to race back to this country. What do you mean? Wright is going to be fine, and the case itself isn't anything unusual. And I find myself taking a request to defend a woman accused of murder.
Hey, wait a sec! Oh, hold it! Objection! What's going on here, Mr. Edgeworth?
It's hard to explain, but one thing led to another, and...
What kind of lame excuse is that? You call yourself a defense attorney? Prosecutor Edgeworth is a prosecutor, and that's why he's Prosecutor Edgeworth. Prosecutor Edgeworth, defense attorney, just sounds plain old weird, pal. Right, Prosecutor Edgeworth?
The girls are fighting. They usually bicker when they're in proximity to each other. That's the funny thing. Larry just has that kind of personality that rubs Gumshoe the wrong way. Sorry, I'm taking a big old drink of water. I'm not sure what role I'm supposed to be playing anymore.
Huh, dude, Edgy. I don't see you for a couple of years and your heart turns to sherbet.
I'd say more like sorbet. It is rather cold here.
Iris didn't murder her, someone else did it. I just know it, okay? So trust me on this one.
Ever the romantic, aren't you, Larry? Nevertheless, I'll do whatever I can to prove her innocence. At least until I pass the baton on to Wright.
Man, I'm telling you, Iris is so cute. Right, Edgy? You think so too, don't you?
What's wrong? Why are you so quiet? To put it simply, your comment has me highly concerned. Could it be that the reason you think she's innocent?
Come on, a girl that cute couldn't possibly be a murderer.
Even though she looked like Nick's Psycho X. What?
Nothing.
I was right after all. I never should have come back.
No, don't worry. I see things for how they really are this time. Honest.
If I had a penny for every time he's said that.
It's just that, well, Iris is a delicate flower. You can't force things too much, know what I mean?
Huh? I have no idea what you're talking about, Larry.
Oh,
forget it. I didn't say anything. Huh?
Gonna put a pin in that, Miles, the Psycho X comment?
So much has happened that Miles is confused. He's dealing with Larry. I mean, there's only so much his brain can handle right now.
Yeah, that is true. It is Larry.
I love
him dearly.
I love the detail of him being like, if I had a penny for every time I heard that. But he's been separated from Larry for like 15 years or so. So that means Larry said that shit all the fucking time when they were kids. That's adorable. Larry, where were you and what were you doing on the night of the crime? Larry. Oh, no, don't.
what?
Don't tell me.
You think I might have done it?
What? Thank God, I thought those locks were going to show up again.
Get lost! Go back on your charter jet and get out of my sight, you creep! And I hope your plane crashes and you die!
Whoa! Calm down there.
I'll ask just one more time. On the night of the murder, where were you and what were you doing? If there are any locks, Larry, I swear to God.
Damn it!
As I suspected, psycho locks. This whole fucking investigation is one, everyone finding out what a nerd Miles is, and two, Miles losing his mind.
I'm sorry, man. You know me, I just don't remember. My short-term memory is a wreck, dude.
I despise you. Come to think of it, when you were a kid, you were always saying,
when I grow up, I want to be a lawyer and defend people, or something like that.
that was a long time ago.
But see, now you've got the chance to follow your boyhood dream for a day. Edgy, you've got to do it. You've got to save my little Iris.
This is exactly why I hate childhood friends. Hey, I know I may not look it, but I'm still an artist. I refuse to look at anything that doesn't have a radiant or beautiful motif. He didn't even give it a glance. Larry. Larry, that has iris on it. So you're saying that doesn't have a radiant or beautiful motif? Larry.
It's Larry, okay?
Larry. I still can't believe it. She was such a great person. What? Someone's pinning this murder on my sweet little Iris. Edgy, please. I'm counting on you. Well, frankly, I was hoping you could give me a little more than that. Well then... I got it! I'll draw you a portrait, how about that? Since you're kind enough to offer, all right. He was a good guy, a real pal to the end.
I'm not dead, Larry.
I don't think he can hear you, right? Apparently, I'm the only person that can hear you because I believe I've lost my mind.
Damn it, I'm haunting the wrong person. Larry, I'm not dead, you bastard.
I can still hear his voice even now. And by his voice, I mean your voice, right? I'm still hearing you. I think I'm insane. When I look back now, I have nothing but good memories. What's with the past tense? He's not dead, you know. Yeah, you're right. Anyway, the guy owes me. After all, I saved his life. What is that supposed to mean? If I hadn't called for help so quickly, he would have died. It's no surprise, though. I used to be a security guard. It was all instinct, baby. He has a point. He called me pretty quickly, too. I think Larry's pretty good at motivating people. I just wish he would try motivating himself once in a while. Oh, Gumshoe doesn't have a radiant or beautiful motif.
Oh. Say that to Maggie.
Dude, the wrath of the goddess of misfortune would descend on Larry, and he don't need that. He don't need that. Huh? Me? All you have to know is to remember not to call me Larry anymore. What? I'm a new person now. I've been reborn as Laurice Donu. All right, fine. Let me ask you something else then, Larry. Call me Laurice. If you don't, then I'll call you Millie Stoneham. Oh, I can't believe
this
him.
idiot.
What?
I love this idiot.
Miles is like, distract him. Picture of a girl. I have a feeling that she's hiding something. Could it be, after all, she's shy and gets embarrassed could be. She's shy and gets embarrassed pretty easily. I don't think that has anything to do with it. Why not? Look, I know all about this kind of thing. Come on, Edgy. You were a guy once. Lots of girls are like Iris. You know I'm right. Well, you most certainly seem to have convinced yourself, and what do you mean I was a guy once? I'm still a man now. Larry. Man, I just love shy girls like her. It's just so cute. You know what I mean? Still doesn't listen to others, I see. I guess some people just never change. I suppose this type of thing is necessary up here in the mountains. Say, this just gave me a great idea. Something tells me he's going to tell me what's on his mind, whether I like it or not. I've got an idea for a brand new invention. Might even make me rich. An invention? Yeah, a car that can travel on snow. I'll call it a snow car. So what do you think, sir? Would you go for a ride on something like that? Only after you take the first 1,000 test rides. That must be the main hall back there. A brilliant deduction, sir. Are you trying to flatter me, Detective Gumshoe? A brilliant use of suspense to build the tension, sir. According to Wright, the head nun has some important information. I can't miss the opportunity to speak with her. Yes, I was going to bring that up because that is actually how Miles is described by Nick in Dual Destinies in the Japanese games. Fun fact of the Japanese version of the game. So do you know if it's this game as well? Or is it just Dual Destinies? Because I know it's in Dual Destinies, but I guess in just Ace Attorney, Nick uses the word osananajimi to describe Miles, which is childhood friend with whom you share an intense bond. But in Shoujo and Otome, it's actually the character trope of the childhood friend love interest. Capcom.
I mean, we all knew this was an Otome game anyway. There's just one route.
Yeah, and Capcom, you're not subtle. Yeah, we're seeing the route from the other end right now.
Yeah.
I didn't, oh my god, phrasing, Jesus Christ. From the others, there's no way to put it. I was just, yep. I can see a small bell tower from here.
Hey, that just reminded me. There's something I've always wondered about.
Something tells me he's going to tell me what's on his mind, whether I like it or not.
We call a person who tells a liar, right? So why don't we call a person who rings a bell a beller? Or a truer for a guy who tells the truth? Oh man, I'm not gonna get any sleep tonight.
I had no idea he was such a deep thinker. This gate looks quite old, strong enough to resist the weight of time.
That's the Mr. Edgeworth I know. You've got a real flair for words, sir.
I've always appreciated this kind of old, timeless elegance.
That's exactly how I feel too. Take this coat, for example. Like a fine wine, it gets better with age.
Even fine wine turns to vinegar and begins to stink at some point. I suggest you wash that atrocious rag you call a coat, detective. Oh.
Hey, hello there. So how are you feeling?
All right, I suppose. Huh? Who's this? My name is Miles Edgeworth. My, a handsome boy such as yourself is always welcome. If circumstances weren't so tragic, I might just... Please don't call me boy. I'm sorry to trouble you, but I'm looking for a woman in a bikini. Well, you found her. Now what can I do for you? I'm sorry, but I don't see any bikinis. If you ask nicely, I might give you a peek, big boy.
Mr. Edgeworth. This is the head nun, Sister Bikini. She's the witness. Why didn't you tell me that earlier? This is exactly why your salary keeps getting cut. My stomach is already growling in protest.
Miles, like, why do I only seem to attract old women? I am interested in exactly one person, and he already has people. Yeah, he kind of ground out the word friend there when he was telling Iris. So, what's the latest about my beloved Iris? Well, first, I want to hear what you know. No, first, we're gonna take a look at this fucking sheet of paper. There are more Enza cushions in the corner of the room. What's that white piece of paper sticking out from under that stack?
Beats me.
Oh, would you mind checking that for me, Detective Gumshoe?
Yes, sir. Here you are, Mr. Edgeworth.
It looks like an old manila envelope.
Ah!
What is it, Detective?
This This could be it! An ultra-important clue! A super special clue!
I suppose I should read it myself then.
It looks like a letter addressed to Sister Iris. Tonight at 10 at Heavenly Hall. Unless you want your secret to be exposed.
This sounds like a blackmail letter. Note to Iris, found in the main hall. Maybe she dropped it?
Nice going there, Mr. Edgeworth. Why can't I ever find clues like that? You're an ultra-important prosecutor. A super-duper prosecutor.
Well, I suppose it takes a super-duper kind of dumb to miss a clue like this. It's an altar with a giant Magatama enshrined in it.
There are lots of candles lighted up on it, too. You know, I haven't had a birthday party for myself in a while.
And maybe you should blow out the candles over there to make up for that.
Mr. Edgeworth, would you mind singing happy birthday to me?
Stop that! Cut that out! Please don't blow out the altar candles! That thing sure casts a strong presence over the whole room. This is just the lesser Magatama. It's a precious heirloom containing many great souls.
Huh? This is lesser? What's the greater one like?
The greater Magatama is displayed in the main room of Fey Manor. It was supposed to be shown at the Treasures of Khura'in exhibit, but it was so large they couldn't bring it through the doors. So it sounds like Bikini actually went to the Treasures of Khura'in.
Yeah. This is really sweet.
That's so cute. Yeah, considering this is a branch family dojo. There's flowing script written everywhere on the walls.
Man, I bet you have awful nightmares if you tried to sleep in here.
This is our main hall, so it's protected by a variety of magic spells and charms. They're all designed to prevent evil forces from entering.
So if I slept here, the Oogie Woogie Boogeyman wouldn't hunt me down for eternity? All right.
Does this guy think about anything other than eating and sleeping?
He hasn't been doing much of either, so...
Yeah, fair enough.
Oh, it's a warm cat box. Where are all the cats?
It's called a hibachi. It's for heating the room.
Oh, look at all these ancient straw frisbees.
Those are a type of zabuton cushions called enza.
Oh, why are you giving me such a hard time, huh, Mr. Edgeworth? Why?
Because learning something new might actually be a good thing for you, detective. Where are all the cats?
Gummy, it's too cold. They're all somewhere warm. This room is not always warm.
No, this room is usually cold. Unless the hibachi's on. Like, unless there's like a fire going. First, I'd like to ask you about last night. They're at the Jelsicle Ball. They're busy. Weirdly enough, Bikini's the hardest voice to do because she's like a jovial older woman. So she's like the one that's harder. No,
do you want me to...
No, she's just like the one that's harder to do like while I'm going between Miles and Gumshoe. It's really weird. Normally, I had no problems with her last time.
Like, do you want me to take a voice?
Do you want to take a voice? I don't.
How, like, you doing okay there, pal?
You doing okay there, pal? He said pal.
I can't do Gumshoe, unfortunately.
Over my dead body, you take this voice from me. Over my dead body. This is my Gumshoe voice.
I'm good unless you want to take one.
Okay, just let me know if you need me to take a voice.
You're just sitting here like, oh god.
I know the feeling of just talking to yourself.
Bruh.
For long periods of time.
I'm going to be co-counsel on every case in AA5, and I'm going to be the prosecutor, and I'm going to be the judge.
Oh, I was just talking about, like, having to juggle, like, multiple voices, like, going from one to another, because I mean, I did that when it was Nick and Francisca.
Yeah. Oh, yeah.
And the witness.
And then a future witness, you have to do that too, because they switch on a dime.
Yes. Yes, they do. But alright, if you're good, let's go.
I'm good, I took another drink.
I'm here for the anecdotes.
Yes. I like the sick Nick, and Miles has just accepted that, you know, Nick is somehow talking to him.
It's through the Magatama because he's so connected to it.
Oh, I hope not, because he's been wondering. Miles has been wondering things. Capital W, capital T. Vibrates in anticipation. Oh, you know what character we were talking about. You know who we want. Or, no, who we want. I know who you're looking forward to. Just lots of happy faces. Look, I'm gay. Oh, man. Well, last night we had an acolyte here for training. After dinner, the two of us went to the training hall in the inner temple. She must be talking about Maya. Approximately what time was that? I suppose it was about 9 o'clock when we left here. I'm also trying not to default to either Old Bag or Udgy, because those are two very easy voices for me to fall into as well. Training lasts all night long. It's extremely exhausting. The channeling dojo's head nun must be in attendance at all times to keep watch.
Wow, you're right. That does sound exhausting.
Detective, this is no time for flattery.
Sorry.
Sometime out around 11 o'clock, you witnessed the incident in the courtyard. But your duty was in the inner temple. Why did you come back here? The way you're staring at me, I'm starting to get goosebumps.
No.
I'm starting to get goosebumps myself, but for a decidedly different reason.
Oh, you get the chills pretty easy, don't you, Mr. Edgeworth?
As the head nun, it's your duty to stay with the acolyte at all times, correct? Yes, that's correct. I know I may look strong, but the truth is I've got a bad lower back. A bad lower back? Yes, it's especially bad in the winter. So bad I can't even lift a bucket. You remember how cold it was last night? My bad back felt as stiff as frozen glass. I just wanted to take a nice hot bath to ease my aching back. That's why I returned to the main hall. So you left the disciple all alone? Don't be ridiculous. I would never do that. That's why I ordered Iris to the inner temple after she had rung the bell for lights out. Yes, but she never went to the inner temple, did she? So did this head nun actually see Iris there? I think I'd better try to get some more details. All right then, I'd like you to tell me exactly what you saw in the courtyard. It must have been past 11 o'clock. No, I can't say it. It's too much for my poor heart.
Hey, calm down, lady. Let go of my tie.
I saw two people. One of them was lying on the ground. The other one was stabbing her from the back with the sword. Did you see this criminal with your own eyes? I didn't want to believe what I was seeing, but it was Iris. You must have been quite shocked.
Of course she was. Try putting yourself in her shoes. It'd be like if you were stabbing Mr. Wright smack in the middle of the courtroom, and I happened to witness it from the witness stand. I'd be pretty shocked too.
I know it sounds insane, but that's what I saw. And when I finally realized what I was seeing, I screamed and then I passed out. Unfortunately for us, her testimony seems to be pretty solid. However, the idea of Iris doing such a foul act seems unnatural. Unnatural. The girl I know simply isn't capable of this sort of foulness. I wonder what she means by that. So, who is the acolyte that was to train at the Inner Temple? Her name is Maya Fey. I treated her very badly, I'm ashamed to say. And after she went through the trouble of signing up for the special course.
Special course? That tasty?
It's a training session where you sit on a block of spirit ice and chant 30,000 times. You don't mean to tell me that she's still doing that over at the Inner Temple, do you? No, of course not. You don't have to worry about that one little bit. Last night, we still hadn't started the training session itself. Well, that's good to hear. Oh, dear. There's one thing I forgot to tell you.
Uh-oh, I don't think I like the sound of this.
Do you know that small girl? I believe she's Mystic Maya's little sister. Maya has a little sister?
Oh, you mean Little Pearl? That's Maya Fey's cousin.
Little Pearl. I thought she was going to visit Mystic Elise after we'd finished with dinner, Cleta. But I haven't seen her at all since late last night. She's nowhere to be found. You mean she was with the victim? It's all the fault of my stupid, creaky old back. A little girl who was with the victim on the night of the murder is gone.
As they say, the plot thickens. But seriously, I'm really worried about poor Faye, Mr. Edgeworth. She's really sweet.
Poor sweet Pearly.
I know, Pearly's missing.
Miles has seen her like all of like once.
I know, yeah, Miles has seen her just like once and he's like, ah. This man, his face betrays a life of suffering and great weariness of the world. Sure. But even so, I can't believe this guy actually jumped into the river! Think of all the fun things he might have enjoyed if he had just lived. Letting the spiritual training alone is no way to lead to a complete life, huh? It sounds like she's got some major regrets she's dealing with. Miles, like, Wright, please stop collecting children. Nick, acquiring an entire nest? No. Yeah, and then Miles. Nick calls him a hypocrite.
Yeah.
Perhaps I should let Gumshoe explain Wright's situation to her for me.
Hey, don't look at me like that. Do your own dirty work, sir. About this here.
Let me see. Well, as you may know, in order to see reality for what it truly is, we strive to break our attachments to much of the transient material realm. I guess you could call me an immaterial girl.
I guess she lives in an immaterial world, huh, Mr. Edgeworth?
This is Mystic Elise's apprentice, is it not? I think he might have a bit of a crush on me. Sweet boy, at any rate. Oh, I don't blame him. Sister Bikini understands the temptations of young men. Sure. I'm afraid it wouldn't be proper to abuse my position. I am head none, after all. But in return, I did allow him to draw a portrait of me. I pray it was a pose that maintained your modesty, for everyone's sake. Oh! How could such a terrible thing have happened? It's all my fault!
Well, come on, lady. I don't think you need to take the blame all yourself.
Quiet! What do you know anyway?
Ouch! You're scary.
With that stupid 5 o'clock shadow and that stupid old coat of yours. It's too bad that you aren't the one that disappeared.
Damn!
Damn, Jesus Christ. Bikini and Larry coming out the gate here, man.
Why does she have to take it all out on me?
Her anger does seem a little manufactured. You said you went with Maya to the training hall in the Inner Temple last night. Did you happen to see Iris while you were there? Of course I saw her. I told her to meet us after ringing the 10 o'clock bell for lights out.
So you're saying Iris came to the Inner Temple then?
Of course she did. Iris has always been a good, obedient girl. After that, I had Iris help Mystic Maya begin her training. But that doesn't fit with Iris' story at all. She said that she never went to the Inner Temple.
As they say, the plot thickens even more.
Okay. It's all my fault. Me and my stupid back. Mystic Elise has been murdered, an important acolyte is trapped, and the little girl has been lost.
You know, you really shouldn't be so negative. It's bad karma.
Oh, quite right. I need to do some more training myself, I think. She's a very important visitor, you know. An honored acolyte. Honored? How so? The Fey name is synonymous with the Quran channeling technique. Therefore, she must be a spirit medium of great power indeed.
Now that you mention it, 1 year ago, there was a case that was about the master of the Quran channeling technique.
Detective. I detest talk of supernatural drivel. I suppose now you'll say she has midichlorians.
Goddamn midichlorians.
Yeah, Katie's so fucking mad about the midichlorians thing.
So it gives you the creeps, huh, Mr. Edgeworth?
It's got nothing to do with it. Oh, this poor girl. Where could she have gone?
Well, we checked out her home and she's not there.
And she's nowhere in the vicinity of the temple either. Which means there's only a few other possibilities as to where she could be.
Ah, do you think maybe she fell off the bridge and was carried downstream?
Why do you have to be such a pessimist, detective?
I was just trying to think like you, Mr. Edgeworth.
Ironic. I became a pessimist only after I had the pleasure of working with you. Well, look at what you found. That's the master of the Quran channeling technique, Mystic Misty Faye. Faye. It's been nearly 20 years since Mystic Misty's disappearance. Apparently, she intended to pass on the master title to her daughter. Who is this daughter? Well, I myself am part of a branch family of the Fae clan. But even I'm not privy to information concerning the main family. Well, that's a demon warding hood. Acolytes are highly susceptible to possession by evil spirits, you know. That's why we always wear these for protection. Oh, I see. What are you waiting for? You won't get any protection just by holding it, you know. Put it on already. No, I can't. I was just...
It's like it was made just for you, Mr. Edgeworth.
What do you mean by that, detective? It looks absolutely marvelous. You've just got to keep it on for a while. Is this some sort of divine retribution? About this picture. Well, look at that. I look pretty S to the X-y, don't you think?
Yeah. Absolutely.
Up until recently, we've avoided exposure in such magazines. But this time we had our reasons. Is that so? Or... Well, why deny the world the sight of such a lovely face? That's just gonna get us more things about, Elise. Do you know anything about this old, crumpled-up letter? Is that addressed to Iris?
Yep, it clearly says to Iris on it.
I can't believe it. That girl doesn't have any secrets from me. Ah, so Sister Bikini didn't know anything about it. To Iris of Hazakura Temple, salutation here. Jesus Christ. There is something I must talk to you about. I'll be waiting for you tonight at 10 at Heavenly Hall. Make sure you come unless you want your secret to be exposed. Okay, I think we're about to nab one of the 2 optional achievements.
Yes.
Hopefully, if I haven't missed anything.
And this is where the murder took place, sir. Other than removing the body, we left everything else untouched.
Thanks, Detective. I'll just have a look around. It looks like the police are still investigating.
Oh yeah, by the way, I thought I'd better ask just to be sure. Are you really gonna defend that non-Iris at the trial tomorrow?
Yes, I will. I gave her my word, and now I must follow through with my commitment.
Well, in that case, I've got to be careful. Gotta make sure I don't leak the prosecution's whole investigation.
Don't worry about it, Detective. Just keep your mouth closed, and I think most of it will flow out on its own.
You got it, sir. I'll make sure it flows out like water from a tap.
Yes, you do that, Detective. Just how much has your runny spout leaked over the years? No wonder I lost to Wright. The main gate must be just over that stone wall.
Ah, stone walls. I jumped over a few of those in my time. Most of them are good memories, but not all.
Detective, perhaps someone should introduce you to the concept of acuity of words. No.
Okay, I think because we do come back here as...
No, but it says investigation 1-2, I think, doesn't it? Let me check. No, part 3-2. You have to examine it with the metal detector.
Damn it! Damn it! Damn it!
So we only get 1. Okay.
Ah, I just love skiing.
Really? You don't, seem like the type. Well, what about sleds?
Sleds? Nah, they're a little too kiddie, you know? Messes with my hard-boiled image. What's with the silence, Mr. Edgeworth?
Is the world starting to go mad? What's this? It looks like a wizard's staff.
That belonged to the victim, Miss Elise Donham. There's nothing strange or magical about it. Oh yeah, listen, this is just between us, okay, sir?
Yes. What?
This is top secret stuff.
Miles getting culture shock in his own dang town. Hazakura is actually 2 hours away from LA. It's actually equidistant from Karine, just in another direction.
This is top secret stuff. Don't tell anyone about this.
All right.
The truth is, when I was a kid, I wanted to be a wizard.
I used the wrong word. I meant him freaking out. Oh, okay. Freaking out about people he knows. Okay. Yeah. I mean, when he actually started to give a shit about Gumshoe, I was waiting for my Hogwarts letter and everything.
Oh, I was waiting for my Hogwarts letter and everything.
When he actually started to care about Gumshoe was, after 1-4. And then he wasn't in town very long. So he really hasn't been around to get to know Gumshoe that well.
No.
That's it. That's what you wanted to tell me.
That's it?
This staff was made from a very strong kind of wood. What about fingerprints? Were there any on it?
Just the victims.
Victim's staff, carried by Elise Dunham when she was alive, has her fingerprints on it. I'm, you know, skipping the elephant right now. Because it's the elephant. It's a lantern. I suppose they light it at night.
There's something elegant about the light of a fire. At the end of each month, I always like to relax in my room by candlelight.
Detective, can you not afford to pay your electricity bill?
How did you know?
Okay, The main hall of Hazakura Temple is above us here.
Hey, you're right, but I'm pretty sure that the main hall didn't have a second floor.
Hazakura Temple is built on a steep part of the mountain. The front and back of the main hall are on different levels.
Oh, that makes sense. But wouldn't it be easier just to build the place slanted, sir?
I fail to see how he can even consider that to be even a remotely good idea. I added an extra even in because I'm going that insane. Okay, yep, elephant. So the sword from this gold statue is actually the murder weapon.
Sure is. It's called a Shichishito, by the way. Nasty piece of work, sir.
There's still blood on it. I suppose this is the victim's blood.
Yep, it's all over the blade. And speaking of all over the blade, there are fingerprints all over the hilt of the over the giant sword, too.
Thank you, Gumshoe.
Fingerprints.
Naturally, they match the prints we got from the younger nun, the defendant.
Her fingerprints are on the murder weapon?
What's wrong? You looking really solemn.
Is this how it is for Wright? Is this what it's like to be a defense attorney? Right?
Yeah, yeah.
Is this what it's like?
Yeah, it sucks, doesn't it?
Finding the defendant's prints on the murder weapon?
Yep. Par for the course. I'm going back to bed now.
Alright. Perhaps I'll pose my hypothetical to my insanity-induced Wright later.
Yeah, I figure it doesn't feel really good.
To be honest, it feels more like it's detrimental to your health. The Shichishito. Blah, 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 blah.
Chichishito.
I love this telepathic subplot so much. Miles is just like, I'm insane. I had no problem with it before, and now I'm just like, Shichishito. The apparent murder weapon has the victim's blood and the suspect's fingerprints on it. Okay, so that's all we've got here. If it helps, the emphasis is on the first and third syllable, not the second and fourth. So Shichishito. Shichishito.
Chichishito.
What?
Chichishito.
Shichishito.
There you go.
I had it like perfectly, like before at the mask to mask case. Shichishito. Fuck. Shish. I can't say thing 10. Fuck! Unique New York! This is the session of madness, it's okay. It's also, my tongue just being like, you want words? No. Oh, man.
This sword represents the multiple branches that life can take, all ending as one.
One smart fellow. He felt smart. I've never heard of that one.
You know what I think about sometimes? What kind of life would I have had if I hadn't joined the homicide division?
So you think about that kind of thing too, hmm?
Of course I do. I think about it a lot. Me as a traffic cop, me as a detention officer, me as the Blue Badger.
I guess he doesn't have any plans to leave the force.
Oh, so I think I might have already told you about this, but the truth is, I was a little kid.
You wanted to become a wizard, right?
Hey, that's amazing! How'd you know that? So what do you think? I'd make a really great one, don't you think?
We just had this conversation a little while ago, Detective. Okay. Do we have
I think you got. Did you talk to Gumshoe?
Oh! My god, did I talk to him there? I didn't even think about him having...
Because I didn't see,
Yeah.
I didn't see something in there that I was like, I know we get it.
Yeah, thank you.
The victim is the famous picture book author, Miss Elise Donham.
I forgot, like, you actually have to talk to him, like, as a defense attorney while you're Miles. Wow.
Her entire past up until she won that writing award last year is a total mystery.
It's hard to believe in this day and age you can still find people like that.
The estimated time of death on the victim was between 10 and 11 p.m. on February 7th.
Oh, we get the autopsy report.
Cause of death was a blood loss resulting from a stab to the back by the murder weapon.
The murder weapon.
The victim was found skewered with a giant sword, sir.
It's terrible.
Yeah, but there's one strange thing.
Yes.
The victim's entire body was covered with bruises. The bruises are consistent with falling from the height of a 2-story building.
A 2-story building? That would be about the same height as that room in front of us, correct?
Hey, you're right. Way to go, Mr. Edgeworth. That just happens to be the room that Elise Donham was staying in.
Maybe she was pushed out of the window after she was stabbed by the sword. Lisa's autopsy report, motherfucker. Time, 10 to 11 p.m. Cause loss of blood from the stab in the back. Body fell 10 feet after death. Now then, detective. Let's see if we can summarize what we've learned so far.
Okay, let's take a look at the map. According to the testimony of Sister Bikini, the head nun, right after they finished dinner, she and Maya Fey headed to the inner temple. At 10 p.m., after ringing the bell for lights out, Iris went to the inner temple. When she got there, Bikini had her take over while she went back to Hazakura Temple. After taking a hot bath to soothe her back, Sister Bikini witnessed the murder in the courtyard. If you want more details, you should ask Bikini yourself in the main hall.
The inner temple, hmm? I'd like some more information about that place. What is this inner temple that Maya was supposedly training at?
According to Bikini, it's an old building they use for training the acolytes. It's on the other side of Dusky Bridge.
The bridge that burned down, hmm? Is there anything else on the other side of the bridge besides the inner temple?
Nope, not a thing.
Nothing.
The other side is surrounded by cliffs on all sides. In a way, it's kind of like a weird little island out there.
So the only thing there is the inner temple.
I hear it's not the kind of place a person could survive in.
Please be alright, Maya. He's worrying about Maya.
I know.
My heart. The trial begins tomorrow, but who's the prosecutor?
I'm pretty sure it's that ODOT guy, but...
Goddo.
But nobody can get a hold of him, so they're looking for a replacement.
What do you mean?
It's really weird. All of a sudden, no one can reach him. I wonder if the rumors are true. Maybe since Mr. Wright caught a cold, won't be defending, he just lost interest.
I intend to appear in court in the role of defense attorney. However, I would be quite unhappy if it came out that I'm actually a prosecutor.
Yeah, I can see why, but I'm not the one you have to worry about. I think the real problem is gonna be that judge.
Yes, he certainly would remember my face even after such a long absence. That's why I requested that another judge preside over the trial tomorrow. We've only met each other once. There's a good chance he won't remember me at all.
Yeah, but what about the prosecutor? Everyone in the prosecutor's office must know you. Wouldn't it be a problem if someone there made a big stink, sir?
But there's no need to worry. I pulled a few strings and arranged for a prosecutor of my own choosing.
Wow, Mr. Edgeworth. I had no idea you had such a powerful string to pull.
Oh, if only Gummy knew what string he pulled. I mean, it is a powerful string.
Oh my god, is it ever.
But it's not the kind that he thinks. It's not the kind of like, oh, I can ask the chief prosecutor to just arrange this prosecutor for me. It's more of a, I can't believe I'm doing this to myself. Okay, now we've talked to Gummy.
Yes.
Thank you for reminding me. So, we need to break somebody, I think.
Yes. We have to break Iris.
Is it Iris?
Yes.
Okay.
Because otherwise we don't get the detailed info about the
letter.
The letter, yeah.
Yeah. I don't see Larry anywhere.
Maybe we scared the poor kid away.
His heart was shut tight with a number of psycho locks. I guess I'll have to look for him now. What a thorn in my side. Okay, now I think actually... Did something open up?
Damn it.
Wanted to get that achievement. It's so weird that you can only get to the detention center from the suspension bridge and not the main gate. The main gate's how you leave.
I know. Mr. Edgeworth.
Oh my god, another human voice. I came back because I need to ask you a few more questions, if you don't mind.
But I've told you everything that
Iris, please remember, I'm on your side. You can tell me anything.
Yes. Thank you.
I just finished speaking with the head nun of Hazakura Temple. She testified very clearly as to what happened. She said she saw you stab Miss Elise Donim with a sword. And one other thing. She said that when Maya Fey began her training at the Inner Temple, you were there as well.
What?
When I spoke with you last, you claimed that you never went to the Inner Temple. And yet, Sister Bikini says she met with you at the Inner Temple that very night.
But I didn't go there. I didn't go to the Inner Temple that last night.
It looks like she's unwilling to tell me the whole truth. I wonder if I'll find the answers I'm looking for if I break those psycho locks. Oh shit, should we have asked Bikini about the Inner Temple? Or did we already do that?
We asked Bikini everything we could.
Okay. Received from Wright, something about reading people's hearts. What utter nonsense.
You're gonna have to hold on to it when you know, try to see people's hearts. It has to be in your hand.
You don't use this in court, do you?
What? No.
That would be cheating.
I'm too busy pounding on the desk.
Fair. Miles, like, how strong are those painkillers, right? Dude, there is a comic drawn by Paula Piroff, I think her last name is.
I think so.
And then later it turned into an animation. She turned it into an animation, and they're both a little bit different, but like, yeah, the punchline is pretty much that. It's amazing. Received from Wright. He wasn't serious when he gave this to me, was he? If anyone else had asked Miles to become a defense attorney, even for a day, he just would have walked out.
Yep.
Like, Nick knows exactly what he was asking and the weight of what he was doing. Oof, my heart.
Take that!
I think that's our first take that from Miles.
It is.
Yep, get used to it though. Since I have been handed this case, it is my duty to dig up all the answers. Understand?
Yes, sir.
That's not the tone I wanted to hear that from. It's not the voice I wanted to hear it from. The smallest flame can sometimes bathe the case in a whole new light. In my years in court, I've seen it happen over and over again. That's why I'm committed to searching until I have those answers. I'm sorry, chat.
Mr. Edgeworth, I did hear you mumble something. Is everything okay?
It was nothing. It was nothing,
Okay.
sister. And now then, is it really true that you didn't go to the inner temple last night?
Yes, I swear. I already told you that.
Yes, you said you didn't go because you were frightened.
That's right.
If that's the case, then the obvious question is, what were you so afraid of? Iris, I wonder, is this what frightened you so much you couldn't even leave your own room? Blackmail letter.
Take that!
I found this in the main hall. It is addressed to you.
That's...
Well, Iris?
Why are you glaring at me like that?
You were scared of the blackmailer who wrote this to you, isn't that correct? Was it the evidence or the power of my glare that broke that law? Oh well, I don't suppose it matters either way.
Mr. Edgeworth,
Yes.
I thought the letter was just someone playing a prank on me.
A prank.
Well, yes. After all, even if I did have a secret, there's no one to tell it to that would cause me any grief.
I wonder about that.
Sister Bikini is like a mother to me. I would never hide anything from her.
No, you may not have anything to hide under normal circumstances. However, last night was different. Unfortunately, I don't know the exact nature of your secret yet. However, whatever it is, there is one person you didn't want your secret told to.
Take that!
Phoenix Wright. You mean something to Wright, it seems. And I can tell he holds a special place in your heart as well. That's why you didn't want him, of all people, to know your deep, dark secret. Well, what do you have to say?
I should have expected as much, especially from a friend of his.
Yes. A friend.
After dinner, this letter was waiting for me in my room. As I said, I was frightened by it.
What is this Heavenly Hall letter the letter mentions?
It's a small mountain shack at the base of Dusky Bridge.
A small shack,
It's more like a broken down shack that no one would ever want to go near.
Where is it on this map?
It's around here. To get there, you must follow a small path down from Dusky Bridge. The reality is, to get to the Inner Temple, I had no choice but to cross that bridge. But the thought that such a terrible criminal could be lurking at Heavenly Hall... I was so scared by the whole affair that I didn't even want to think about it.
So this is the secret that you locked away in your heart.
Yes.
It looks as though I may have to visit this Heavenly Hall now. Maybe I'll find some sign of our mystery blackmailer. In any case, you still claim to have never left your room that night.
Yes, that's exactly right.
Iris's testimony added to the court record. Rang lights out bell at 10 p.m. and then was 10 p.m. and was then in her room until the murder was discovered. The trial starts tomorrow. Promise you, I will win. I'm going to win so that you and Phoenix Wright can see each other again. But when I do, you must promise me that you will tell him your secret.
But it's pointless.
Why would you say that?
Because I may know who Phoenix Wright is, but he has no idea who I am.
Gee, I wonder who's hanging out here.
Whoa, not much of a view down here, huh? Still better than the view from my apartment, though. Someone's here. Hide yourself, detective.
Oh, why? Why does this always happen? Whenever I find a girl I like, they always run away. I even chased one of them to Japan. Next is gonna be prison, I guess. I'll steal that detective's wallet. That'll get me locked up for sure. Nah, can't do that to someone who looks like he's down on his luck.
He's just talking to himself.
Shh, be quiet and listen. I knew it. I shouldn't have done that. I blew it again. Done that. What did he do?
Hey, you! About what you just said. I got an objection.
What the? Edgy, you dirty rat!
Gumshoe, you oaf. I'm sorry, sir. Before I knew it, I was shouting out objection. And in a loud, commanding voice, too. I even pointed with my pointer finger.
You've watched too many trials.
I'm sorry.
Okay, Larry, the jig is up. What have you got to say for yourself? Now we're gonna get it. What is this festive-looking ornament? It reminds me of art class in grade school. We used to have a lot of fun decorating the classroom with origami, remember? Well, Oh, yeah! You were never any good at it.
Really?
Yeah, this guy was so bad he couldn't even fold $1, let alone a crane. Everyone tried to comfort him, but he would just sit there sobbing.
Really? I never would have expected that. Be quiet already. I'll never forget the shame of that day.
You want a crane? I can now make a perfect 1/4-inch crane without a single flaw. You know, Edgy, nothing for nothing, but a 1/4-inch crane without a single flaw is not easy.
Yeah, that's quite a feat, Prosecutor Edgeworth.
This is exactly why I hate childhood friends. My favorite achievement! Achievement unlocked! I hate childhood friends!
Also, my personal headcanon is for that time in class, Nick just crushed his crane in his hand to make Miles feel better. And be like, see, I can't do it either.
That is my favorite achievement out of all 30 in this trilogy. I hate childhood friends, and it's just a picture of It's just a picture of Larry, like, rubbing his head sheepishly in his dumb pink smock. The straw roof is totally covered with freshly fallen snow.
Wow, makes a nice image, doesn't it? I always did like the rustic look.
Heavenly Hall. I suppose it's an appropriate name in some sense. You got that right. Look at that bridge up there. This place has to be heaven because that thing is hell. You would do well to remember, Larry, that this is a sacred place to some people. Oh, shit.
That's a horrible graffiti problem you got there, pal.
You don't know anything, Detective. This is art. It's an expression of my bittersweet love for Iris. Larry, do you know the difference between what graffiti and true art is? It's how the artist himself defines it, right? I should have seen that one coming.
Well, if that's the case, then all my lunchboxes are masterpieces too, pal.
These go all the way to Dusky Bridge. It's a pretty long but easy walk.
I fell down 4 times on my way down here, sir.
Oh, sorry about that, detective. I ate 4 bananas and tossed the peels on the stairs on my way down here.
What? So that's what I was slipping on?
And be careful on the way back. Those deadly banana peels are still out there.
That's a real important piece of information right there, Mr. Edgeworth.
I'm doing this for Wright. 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 Doing this for Wright. You're welcome. Some words of encouragement would be nice.
You could do it, Miles. And if not, just throw something at Larry's head.
Did you just call me Miles?
Good night.
You've never called me Miles. Well, it's in my head.
When we were kids, I did. But good night.
Chat, good night. I'm dying.
This is the Eagle River, sir. It runs pretty fast, though it doesn't ice over, even in the winter.
If it had iced over, Wright would have been in some serious trouble.
You're right about that. He would have landed on the ice and slid downstream to who knows where.
Not exactly what I meant, but all right. Cue, you know, another stomach flip. Come shoo, please. What is this little shack, anyway? Well, I just discovered it myself yesterday. And why were you down here in the first place? Come on, I'm an artist. I was looking for a good place to sketch. This is a great little place. It's, artistic. It's quiet, it's cold, it's got no power, it looks like it's about to collapse.
Sounds a lot like my apartment there, pal.
One thing's for sure, no one is likely to show up and disturb you here. So, can I get you something to drink? Some hot water, maybe?
He's getting all buddy-buddy on us, sir.
Yes, he does that. Come to think of it, you still haven't answered my question. Where were you and what were you doing last night? Oh man, don't you have anything else to talk about? With that kind of attitude, you'll never be a ladies' man like me. Ugh. Okay, chill out with those scary eyes. I got it. Oh, if you really want to know, last night, I saw something incredible. Something incredible. Oh, God. Yeah, let's not talk about that now. Let's talk about the good old days. What do you say? Come on, I'll pour you a nice cup of hot water. Why hasn't he realized? that I absolutely despise talking about the good old days, especially with him. Listen to me, Edgy. You've got to do this. You've got to save Iris. Why are you so sure she's innocent? Because she's cute? Watch your mouth! Anyway, I've made up my mind about it. I'm gonna marry that girl.
Mr. Edgeworth is pretending he didn't hear you, so I'm gonna ask for him. Have you already asked this girl to marry you?
No, not yet. But I can tell how she feels by the look in her eyes. She's got this, I really want this man to carry me over the threshold look. I'm sure Nick would be surprised. He never imagined I'd marry such a beautiful girl like that. Something tells me he would be shocked indeed. That's why I didn't want her to do anything dangerous. I mean, what am I gonna do if she gets hurt?
What is this guy trying to say? He lost me about a mile back.
If you really want to know the answer to that, we're going to have to drag him onto the witness stand. Fantastic. Okay, now we have enough to break Larry.
Yeah.
Take that!
All right, now you're going to tell me what you really saw last night. Whoa, you're really upset, aren't you, Edgy? Okay, I'll talk. Huh? That was a bit too easy. Yeah, anyway, it was awesome. Never seen anything like it. At around 10 o'clock last night, it started thundering. I did sleeping, I'm not sure for how long. Suddenly, ting! The world in front of me went white. Like I'd just been slapped in the face by my old girlfriend, Naomi. And then it was on fire. The bridge was on fire. The Dusky Bridge caught on fire. Are you saying that you saw it with your own eyes? Hey, why are you giving me the evil eye? I'm telling the truth. There's still 3 psycho locks remaining. That means he's still trying to hide something. By the way, Larry, where were you when you saw that happen? Where, you say? What do you mean? What do you mean, what do I mean? Just answer the question. I was in my own room, by the main hall. Where else would I be? As usual, you're transparent as an empty jelly jar. The problem, I suspect, lies there. There? What do you mean, there? It's impossible for you to have seen lightning strike Dusky Bridge from your room. Because the map shows that you can't see.
Take that!
This is a map of the area. Take a look around the vicinity of Hazakura Temple. What am I looking for? I think that should be fairly obvious. The main hall is surrounded by trees, and it's impossible to see the bridge from here. What? Why didn't you tell me that before? Well, how about it? About what? Do you feel like talking now? About what? Looks like it won't be that easy after all. You leave me no choice. I'll have to move on to the next step. You weren't in your room at the temple, so then where were you? You don't know that I wasn't in my room. So where was Larry, and why was he there? If I've read the situation up to this point correctly, the answer is fairly obvious. Very well then, let's test my theory. The place you witnessed lightning striking from Dusky Bridge was from... You witnessed lightning strike Dusky Bridge from was here. And that's Heavenly Hall. I believe.
Yeah.
Yeah?
Yeah.
Yeah. The place you saw the lightning strike from was naturally Heavenly Hall. Why would I be hanging out in this old shack? It's freezing cold, there's no electricity, and it could fall apart at any minute. Larry, how do you know that anyway? How do you know that there's no electricity? After all, it's not that dark yet. Oh. In other words, you have just provided evidence to prove my theory. My theory that you've at least once in your life visited Heavenly Hall after sunset. have to admit I'm impressed, Edgy. You're in a totally different league from Nick. That's nice. And now tell me, what were you doing at this cold little shack last night? That's what you might call fair decor. How do you pronounce that, Katie?
Fair decor.
A fair decor?
Yeah.
Okay, because Miles would actually know how to say that. I think you mean a fair decor. Sorry. Could it be you were waiting for someone? Oh, no. You really are one scary guy, you know. I believe that last night you were waiting for this person to come meet you.
Take that!
There's only one person you'd wait for in a horrible place like this, Larry. I told you before, don't call me Larry. The person you was waiting for was Iris. Oh, suddenly I feel cold all over, Edgy. No doubt because of my chilly glare. So you think I got the hots for Sister Iris, huh? Do you have some kind of evidence? You got something that proves I was waiting for her? Or are you just guessing? This is where I draw the line to end this ridiculous little game. Or be forced to commit homicide. Here's the evidence that proves you were waiting for Iris.
Take that!
Here's your evidence. You called her to this spot with a pathetic blackmail letter. Oh, hey, give that back! You're embarrassing me. What are you doing with that anyway? That's not important. I misjudged you, Larry. What do you mean? Taking advantage of a woman's frailty like that, you should be ashamed of yourself. Oh. First of all, what's at the top of this letter? It says salutation here. Well, that's what it said in the book Letter Writing for Dummies. You're not supposed to actually write that. That's where you're supposed to write, Dear Iris. I'm so sorry. So you were here in Heavenly Hall last night, weren't you, Larry? Larry, you're embarrassing yourself? Yeah, Jesus Christ,
Yeah.
dude. And you saw the lightning hit Dusky Bridge, didn't you? Sorry, Edgy.
Sorry doesn't cut it, you scumbag. Threatening a young lady like that.
Well... Wait, hold up.
What now, pal?
What are you talking about? What threatening stuff?
I'll tell you what, you tried to scare Iris by threatening to expose her secret, pal.
What do you mean threaten? When did I threaten her?
Unless you want your secret to be exposed. That sure sounds like a threat to me, pal. Blackmail, in fact.
Give me a break, it's a love letter. Haven't you ever been in love? What did you just say? My love for her burned so hotly it could melt all the snow on this mountain. Oh. Then what is the secret you mentioned? Come on, Edgy. Don't you get it? I'm talking about the secret love between her and me. Obviously, she wouldn't want old lady Bikini to know about it, right? About our hot and sour, bittersweet love affair? All right, then why did you send a love letter in a business-like manila envelope? Give me a break! It's not my fault I didn't have any other envelopes. Yeesh.
Then why were you so quick to apologize, pal?
It's because Edgy gave me that scary look of his! What's wrong, Edgy? Why are you so quiet all of a sudden? That's it. That's what all those huge locks were about. I don't understand why you were so defensive. Well, I don't know either. I guess the thing is, you shouldn't expect too much from a guy like me. Hey, come on. Don't let it get you down.
Mr. Edgeworth. This guy's still hiding something, I know it.
What do you mean, detective?
Don't forget what this guy said just a minute ago.
If you really want to know, last night, I saw something incredible. He's right. Larry. What? You're looking at me like a hungry dog that just found a bone. What was this something incredible you saw last night? You're going to tell me, Larry, one way or another. Doing this for Wright. I'm 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 doing this for Wright. I will not kill Larry.
You got this, Edgeworth.
How do you not kill Larry?
I've come close so many times.
I feel like I'm on the verge of pushing him into the river.
Do it, I'll defend you.
You're in the hospital.
Do it, I'll defend you.
Right, I'm not going to commit homicide.
That's fair enough.
You wouldn't want me to commit homicide anyway.
No, I rather like being able to see you.
You what? Right? Right, I thought you wanted to see Sister Iris. Right?
He just fell back asleep.
Right. Right. Right!
What? I'm trying to sleep here.
I thought you wanted to see Sister Iris.
But I want to see Sister Iris.
Because you've
I want to talk to her, but
you've been doing nothing but talking about her.
I got stuff I gotta talk to her about.
Yes, she has things to tell you, too.
Really?
Yes.
Oh. Huh.
Yes, I'm your dear, indispensable friend, after all.
Oh. Okay.
Friend.
Best friend.
Oh. Thank you. Meanwhile, Gumshoe's just like, sir? I'm just staring into the river and talking to himself. I already told you, didn't I? I saw lightning strike Dusky Bridge. Yes, and I believe it was the incredible sight you saw. But now that I think about it, something doesn't quite ring true. What doesn't? If that's all there is to your story, your heart wouldn't have had all those locks. Therefore, Larry, I do believe you saw something last night. Something more incredible than lightning. What? When? Where? Why? How?
Hey, what do you think you're doing? If you hide anything from Mr. Edgeworth, I'll arrest you on the spot, pal.
What? No!
There's 5, isn't there?
There's 5 on Larry.
Oh, god damn it.
You are the only reason I'm still in this country.
I'm sorry? I didn't think you'd come flying back that quick for
Well,
me.
of course I would. He said you were dead.
I mean, I thought I was dead.
Fantastic. What's wrong, sir? Does this mean I have to do it all over again? Why are you glaring at me like I'm next to be hit by a bolt of lightning? I've just about had it with this Harlequin. If I really want to drag the truth out of him, I'll just have to drag him to the witness stand. This has been an episode of Danny Mostly Talks to Herself.
It's like your normal streams when I'm not here.
Oh, God.
I'm sorry.
They feel so weird now. Doing normal
when you
streams.
just don't have anyone to like bounce off of?
Yeah, I'm like, what is life? Oh, God.
Sorry.
How did I do? How did I do?
You did good.
I did good.
You did good.
Good, I'm exhausted.
Yeah, I know.
4 miles. 4 miles. Oh, man. Oh, the trial is so good.
It is.
The trial is so good.
I am just like, I love that chat loves the, you know,
The Miles thinks he's going crazy, but it's weirdly telepathic.
the telepathic subplot, yes.
Yeah. Too bad it can't be used after this.
Nope.
Delight. Also, Phoenix J. Wright. The J stands for Flarp and Turtle. J is silent. One of my high school teachers, I'll spell it out in chat. His middle initial was J, and whenever he's one of my favorite teachers. And whenever he was asked, he would always say that the J was silent. But his middle name was Flarp and Turtle, but the J was silent.
Nice.
Yep. So, yeah, I know. He was one of my favorite teachers for a reason. He was my English and freshman to my AP English and senior year teacher. So I had him twice. He's not my homeroom teacher, sadly. Because he was a homeroom teacher for our grade. But yeah. Oh, that ends today's stream. We actually went a little bit over. Thank you, Katie. I know you kind of have like a deadline tomorrow. For tomorrow.
Not as bad as like the ones like.
Oh my god, I keep thinking it's Monday.
No.
What the French toast, dude? Okay. Well,
It's Sunday.
Yeah, it is Sunday. Well, the trial will have to wait until Thursday. But
Thursday.
if you're watching this on YouTube, what the fuck ever. If it's uploaded on a Friday, you'll have to wait till after the weekend. But you know, if it's not, you just click next episode or wait until the next day. Because yeah, Gabbing and Gaming is on Tuesday, and I do have somebody lined up for it. So somebody new. So yeah. Thank
Sweet.
you. Yeah. Thank you guys so much for tuning in and watching this insanity unfold. Also, I do want to say we love and respect Iris in this house.
Yeah.
Or do we? If it's Dahlia, we don't.
Well, no, we don't love or respect Dahlia.
No. But is Iris Dahlia?
I don't know. I guess we'll find out.
We love and respect Iris, but we don't love and respect Dahlia. So we're gonna find out what the fuck's going on.
We're particular about our flowers.
We're very particular about our flowers. It's funny, one of my characters is named Dahlia. But yeah, thank you guys so much for watching, and we will return to see the trial on Thursday.
I will be speaking much more.
Yes. Yes, this was like the only part, I think, where I'm like mainly dominating everything. At least in this game.
Yeah.
This is why we're slowly bringing 3 people into it. But yeah, thank you guys so much, and we will see you next time. Have a good one, and take it easy.